Good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. This is Meri at the Meri Atelier, and it is Friday morning. Good morning. I hope that you are off to a good weekend. I think I just saw Becky on just a minute ago. And if I would have known she was on, I would have peeked in on her. And I think she did a thrift video since I've watched her too. I need to catch up with Becky. Good morning. Let me, while I'm still... There's Dee Dee. Hi, Dee Dee. Good morning. Boy, I'll tell you, we were gone yesterday. We didn't get home till 7 o'clock, and it was another one of those I'm tired days. Let me zoom in just a little. We had to go take care of business in town. I bought some artificial flowers at the Dollar Tree to put on my hat for the scarecrow that we're naming. And of course, I'm going to clip these things off, break them open here if I can. And I don't need to break all of them open, but here I can take this off. I don't need that. Well, and I got some glue gun to so I'm going to be dressing the scarecrow. Dee Dee's awake. Who else is up? Let me fix my chat. What are you up to these days, Dee Dee? Yeah. Quality. Come on, quality. Advanced 1080. All the same. Yep. Well, I'll deal with this one when I didn't bring the hat in. I went thrifting yesterday. I had to go to the post office. We had to go to the bank. I went thrifting. My brother was so patient with me. What's in the center here? Well, this is good. I'll just glue all these together. These are going to go on the hat, so you get an idea of what I got there at the Dollar Tree flowers. I don't know if I need those leaves anymore. Let me set these over. Who else is here? I see 5 of you out there. Come say good morning. Come say good morning. Dee Dee's up. Well, let's go ahead with the haul. I bought some mop heads for hair for the scarecrow at the Dollar Tree. Let's open one of these and see if I can get them off of the handle here. I think I can. Dee Dee says, cut it, Meri, cut it. I was thinking I'd soak these mop heads in walnut ink, but I don't think so. I think I'll let her be white. But can I get this off? Uh-oh. I might have to get a hammer or something and start pounding on it. Because that's pretty firm plastic. That isn't anything I can cut. You know, any other time you'd be able to break this stuff. Is that a screw in there? No, I think that's just where the handle fits in. Any other time you'd be able to break them. I think if I get a screwdriver, I hate to use my scissors, get a screwdriver, pry at it. I don't want to cut the hair. I guess I could, but I think I'll get a hammer and pound on it. Have my brother break it for me. Well, I got 2 mop heads that I you never know until you get to the package what you got here. And they're pretty good. Oh, I hear it cracking. It's cracking or my scissors are cracking. My scissors are good. Well, all that. Well, I'll fool with it later. I got 2 of them. I think I'm going to have to take a hammer to it. That's pretty thick plastic. I'll never be able to cut that. Okay, I won't. Who's Dragos? Good morning and welcome in. Welcome in. You look pretty scary to me. Don't cut yourself. Okay, well, I'll quit. I'll quit on those. I'll take them out in the back porch and take a hammer to them. Let's move on. I got these with the idea of putting my little doodle deck in here. Just don't quite fit. They fit this way, but yeah, they don't quite fit that way. And of course they're Dollar Tree. I went to Dollar Tree. I went to Dollar Tree to get those mop heads, but I can always use little boxes. And they're pretty. They got little hummingbirds on them. So I got 2 boxes. Yeah. You like the arts? Well, we do too. I don't know how you pronounce your name. I'll call you Draz. Drazgoth? Drago? I don't know how to pronounce your name. And then, look, they had hula skirts. And I thought that I could enhance the legs and the arms. Let's open up a hula skirt here. You know, this is perfect for, I just got 2 of them. I think the arms are on my little scarecrow are good. But I was thinking that I could enhance the legs. It's pretty long with the hula skirt. Just wrap it around the and make a leg, a scarecrow leg. So we got 2 of those. Now I'm dressing up my scarecrow. Here's the other one. Got 2 of those. And more flowers here. The flowers are, I don't know, I kind of went wild on the flowers. I don't need all those, but I'll use them. Hi, Tina. No, I'm not going to wear the hula skirt, Tina. You wouldn't want to see me in a hula skirt. And then I got a couple of these spatulas. I have one and it works pretty good. This is Dollar Tree stuff. So, and I'm always looking for my spatulas. And so I bought a couple more. I'll grab at them when I need them. I'm just going to open them up and put them here where I can reach them. Let me refresh my chat. My chat on this phone does not refresh until, I guess everybody's in bed. Tina says, you know I'm just kidding you. Yeah, I know, Tina. Welcome in. I hope that you're off to a good weekend. Dee Dee, do you have your garden all planted already? Dee Dee was off to go to the garden store the last time I remember her coming in. She was off to get plants. It's too early to, there's, you know, even Earl May doesn't have their plants out here yet. None of the gardening centers have their plants out here yet. And I mentioned it. My brother said, well, they don't come out until the end of April, the 1st of May. You post a new photo every Sunday. And then I bought this for the kitchen. I always like to get a new little kitchen towel. I got a lot of kitchen towels and I keep, oh, it's only $1.25, so I buy a new one. This will go out in the kitchen. I like to change the kitchen towels every day. I don't like them to sit around for a couple days. You know, we wash our hands and dry our hands on them, and I just, you know, I like to change my kitchen towels daily. So I use quite a few of them. I'll save this little hanger for a trinket thingy. All right, so that'll go out in the kitchen. Oh, what a pretty kitchen towel. Thank you. I'm probably pretty boring this morning. Everybody's staying in bed. All right, then I went to, that was my Dollar Tree haul. I think. I went to Walmart. We buy stuff at Walmart. It's one of our, and I got some E6000 to glue the flowers on the hat, to glue the hat on the head. I bought some erasers to carve. I bought these were on sale. They're kind of like little star, moon and star. And they are buttons. They're not earrings, they're buttons. And I thought I have a little space on my solar eclipse that I thought I would put this on. I'd rather have the moon and the sun, but moon and the star will do. They were on sale, so I grabbed them. And I thought I'd put the other one where I do the dog jumping over the moon, the wolf jumping over the moon. And then I got some more of this extreme glitter. I like the glitter paint. This is silver. I like it because sometimes on the prompt it says just a little bit of sparkle. And this is good for a little sparkle. And I can use up what's in the bottom of that other one and throw it away. So that's my haul for the not much of a haul for the Walmart. I got some more animal cookies. They're out in the kitchen. Did Anina come in? Hi, Anina. Good morning, Anina. I had show 14 out there. Are you up in the balcony? Are you all up in the balcony? I show 14 in here, but you all must be in bed. Wake up. It's time to get up. The weekend's here. Aw. I'm waking everybody up, Dee Dee. All right, then I went to the thrift store. And, of course, I'm still thinking scarecrow, but I did buy some fabrics. They had a lot of fabrics this time, but I couldn't buy everything. I bought this one because it's got an open weave. And these, I don't think it's a knit. Well, it might be a knit. If it's a knit, I don't know if I'll use it, but it's got kind of an open weave to it. And it's nice to stitch through. Yeah, it's a little bit of a knit. Not too bad, though. It isn't a knit like, it's kind of a woven. Let's take the tape off of it. Becky loves the tape. Nina says, I'm here for 15 minutes and then I have an important phone call. Oh, well, we don't want you to make you miss the phone call. Got a piece of tape on my finger here. How'd that get on there? Taped up my finger. Hi, Renee. You just woke up. I'm here. Dee Dee says, good morning, Renee. Renee has a channel now. She may have had it for a long time, but I don't know how long you've had that channel, Renee, but I've just noticed that are you going to a schedule for your streams? Let me know so I can give you shout outs on when I do my shout outs. I can't figure out, no, I don't think this is a knit. It almost looks like a knit, but it's more of a weave than a knit. It's not too stretchy. I think it's more of a weave. So that might be okay to stitch on. And then I got some yellow, looks like almost a t-shirt cotton and fabric, which is good. And K3N said that at one time she was going to do some stuff with t-shirts. So, and this is another thing that I don't use too much. They had some more men's ties there. They're selling them for like $10 a bag. And I'm going, well, I haven't used the ones that I got yet. So this is kind of like a t-shirt fabric. Where's the... Boy, there's a lot of it, too. I don't know how many yards are here. And this is nice and stretchy. So we'll see what happens to this. I generally don't buy that type of fabric, but I saw it there and I said, I guess I'll try it. And then this is probably a wool blend, but I don't have enough blacks in my, and I don't mind using wool in my slow stitch. That's what I get all this for, is slow stitch and craft. I'm not a garment sewer like Becky. Renee says, I've had a channel for several years, but only with 3 to 4 little videos. I've only been actively using it for a little over a month. Well, Renee, are you going to establish, let me know if you establish a consistent live schedule, something that I can announce and say Renee's on at such and such a time, and I'll announce your streams. Yeah, this is probably a wool blend. So that'll be nice for my, and then I got a black blue, I guess it's a dark blue, it almost looks black, denim. And I'm almost tempted, there are 2 2/3 yards. That might make a nice pair of slacks. I don't know if I need more than 2 2/3 is almost 3 yards. Might make a nice pair of slacks if I could get myself, and I'd probably put an elastic waistband in them. Something simple. Mary, do you film with what? Webcam? I stream with my phone. My Galaxy phone. It's an Android. I have a webcam, but I've had trouble getting it to work with my laptop. It freezes up my browser. I haven't tried it in a while. I should give it a try. So that's the fabric. I got some, let me throw this stuff away. I got some scarecrow stuff. I guess it's in this bag. Yeah. Well, here's another piece of fabric. Let's do this. This looks like a panel of sort. I couldn't tell. You never can tell until you open it up. It almost looks like a panel. Oh, is it a log cabin? It looks like a log cabin type thing, which I could cut these little squares out and use them. I won't use it like it's a pillow. It's a heart pillow. And we don't use throw pillows. So I'll be ripping this up, tearing it, and then I got this. This I'm going to, this is a scarf I'm going to put around the neck. My scarecrow is going to, well, let's see. Let's draw on the back of this. My scarecrow, here's the head. Well, here's the head. Here's the body. Here are the arms. I guess I should use a pen. Here's the head. Here's the body. Here are the straw arms and the straw legs. And he's on a pole. Kind of a cross pole type thing. I'm going to give it a hat. I'm going to paint the face. Hopefully I can get that mop head off. So it's going to have mop head hair. It's going to have a hat with flowers in it. And then I've got an old white, kind of a, well, this is kind of a white floral up in here. It's a white t-shirt type thing. And like that, like that. And then I've got an over blouse, you know, a long blouse that the sleeves are kind of too short with me, but it's kind of a striped affair. So we'll put stripes in there. It's got some ribbon embroidery, and I thought I would give it a tie like this. So this white t-shirt will show, and then the striped cotton blouse. And then around the neck, I'm going to have this scarf. So the scarf will go around the neck, this one. Then, what else do I have in here? Oh, I bought this. Now, this I don't know if I'll use it on the scarecrow or not, because it's pretty, but it's awfully big. It's another scarf. And I might tie it around the waist, but if I tie that in a knot, I'll have to tie this in another knot. And maybe I'll put that other one off over to the side there. We'll decide when I dress her up. And I got a belt for her. I thought this is really a cool belt. This buckle is really cool because it's got kind of like an arrow and a shield. It's really kind of a cool belt. It goes like that. So I got that. And I got this one just in case this one didn't work. I can always use belts for closures. And then I have this pair of blue sweatpants. Open up the blue sweatpants in here. And then, you know, the hula. I think I'm going to put the hula things underneath on the legs because I think I have enough. And if I can't get those mop heads open, I might use the hula up here on her hair. We'll see. And then I bought this contraption, this skirt thing. It's a size, it's 350. But I thought, well, if it doesn't work on my scarecrow, I can always cut it up. But this is kind of like a skirt type thing. And I like the idea of it having a skirt. I was thinking a big floral skirt. And if these leggings or sweatpants, I wanted the skirt to go over the sweatpants like that. Only it'd probably be more straight. And if that doesn't work, I have an old pair of dollar store leggings that I can put on her, and I'll cut up the sweatpants and use them for rags. But that's kind of how I think her eyes look like so. And she's got I'm going to give her lips though. She doesn't have pretty lips. I'm going to give her lips. And I'm going to have to repaint her face, and she's got big. So that's kind of how this is a shirt. This is a shirt, striped shirt. And it has, I think it's got an open. And then see, I'm going to have to figure out that shirt if I actually want to knot it here. But I got that belt in there too. And this is a skirt. And that's that skirt. And then this is a shirt. Comes down like that. And then there's that white t-shirt under there. And this is a floral scarf. So that's kind of how she's going to look, and that's how I'm envisioning her. We'll see what actually happens. And I'm not going to wash any of this because it's going to be outdoors anyway. So I'm going to work on her this weekend. Hopefully I'll get out and work in the yard a little. I want to go out and see if the squirrels left me any walnuts. I want to try to bury a piece of fabric. And I'm working on all that piece that I pinned together yesterday. That's the end of my haul. That piece that I pinned together yesterday, all those little scraps, I've got it all stitched around the border, and I've started stitching up the sides, basting the sides. Let's see. Anina says, I have to set something up that maybe I can join from time to time in a crafting session with someone. You're not really an active channel. Well, if you can, let's see, do you have a phone? Let's see, Anina says, I really don't have a budget. Yeah, I understand that. Okay, I'm on the phone. I'll see you all maybe after. So Anina's got her important phone call. I may have missed it, Renee says, but is the skirt supposed to be a skirt or more look like an apron? I think I want it to be a skirt. It kind of looks like an apron here, but it's more straight. And what I'm thinking is that I can have the leggings or the sweatpants come out underneath of it like that. I think I might, you know, I wear these dollar store leggings that are kind of floral too. Maybe I can get an old pair of I'm drawing flowers here. Floral leggings would look nice coming out under here rather than the sweatpants are just a dark blue. That they're ready to be either torn up for rags or, and you know what she needs? She needs a shovel or a rake or something. I don't think my brother will appreciate me stealing the garden rake. But anyway, that's, you know, we have pretty high winds around here. So I don't know. I'm going to have to glue. I bought E6000. I'm going to have to glue that stuff down pretty good. Okay. We'll see how she turns out. I'm going to give her a face painting first. What did Dress Grub say? Oh, yeah, I'm making a scarecrow dress. Dress? I don't know how to pronounce your name. Drago? Okay, I've got 20 in here, but I'm not, it's like my chat. Either you guys aren't chatting, maybe you're all in bed on a Friday morning. All message, or my phone isn't scrolling. There's Mitzi. Hi, Mitzi. Good morning, good morning. Well, I really don't have a lot planned for this morning. I did not bring my slow stitch in here, and I'm working on slow stitch. I thought maybe I'd draw this morning, and Renee's here. Renee gifted me that big book, and I don't know if this is going to get in my way here. All these inks, I gotta put them away. Get things out of the way. And Becky gifted me this little dragon. So cute. Okay, let me get the big book. I thought maybe I'd draw a little this morning. I don't know how long I'm going to be on. We really didn't get home till late, so I was tired. And I'm still kind of tired. I'm afraid I'm going to knock these inks off. Let's put them over. This way I'd get up and put them away, but that's another story. I thought maybe I'd draw this morning. What's that? And a piece of fabric. And I need a Play-Doh container. And let me zoom out because you can't see the entire book. This is the big book, Renee, and I haven't worked in this in quite a while. There we go. Oh, I have one more thrift thing to show you that I did not get yesterday. What did I do with it? Here it is. I got it. I don't know when I got it. And I don't know if I've shown this to you before. Dollar Tree. And it's kind of heavy. I don't know what I have in here. It was out in the back seat of my car and I brought it in. I like these tins. I like to have these to put things in. And this is a pretty one with houses. And it cost me $2. Let's pull the... I don't know if I'm going to get that tape off. And I could have spent longer in the dollar store yesterday, but my brother was sitting out in the car. I told him I wanted to drive because I could go where I wanted to go. I went to the thrift store and the dollar store, and we don't usually go there. We went grocery shopping, 2 different places. He likes to buy his meat at a different store than Walmart. Okay, so it has this, and I don't know what I have in it. I think I'm going to see if my index cards will fit in there, but this is a nice tin. I like this tin. I'll probably put that out in the other room too. Whoops. And this is $1. I guess I'm going to have to take some glue gun. Oh, it has these index cards. Let's see. It has all of those index. Class notes for plays and games. High organized, relay, low organized. Games for showers. So it looks like somebody was playing games here. Class notes for plays or games. But I could turn these around and use them this way and maybe just paint over those tabs. And I got all these tabs. And I was looking for something to put my now can I find one? These are blank. Yeah. So I'm going to put my doodle deck in here. I'll take some of these out. Or I could doodle on the back of these. Doodle on the back of them. I've been doodling on watercolor paper, but... And I put these are from week 9 here. One of them, a couple of them from week 9. Card 2, card 1. Weird doodles. But I'll fool with these Sunday night. So I think I'm going to make this my doodle deck. I'll probably have to pull some of these out. So I'm glad I got that. I might take my paint pen and paint it up with those Sharpie paint pens, paint some designs, a pretty doodle design on there. So there we go with that. Now where am I going to put it behind me here? And I had gotten that the last time I went thrifting, and that's been a couple weeks ago. So there we go. Teresa's here. She says, good morning. Then she says she went back up to the balcony because her head hurts and this phone doesn't help. Oh, Teresa. Hugs and prayers. Look, I left some of these cards out. Let me put them back over here with the deck, and I'll put them in when I clean up behind. I have to clean up behind me every time after I get done streaming. So this is my big book. Renee gifted me this. Thank you, Renee. Blessings on you. Blessings, blessings. And yeah, I'm going to have trouble here. probably knock things off. Let me get all of this. I tend to put stuff up here. Look at all this. I tend to put stuff up here. And it tends to fall. Let me grab. Hold on. Card. Let me sort here, or else I'm going to have an issue. Ink pens. Look at this neat watch. I got this on, and that's the other thing I want to do is I want to do another wrap with walnuts and those old rusty keys and everything that came in that bag. All right, let's just look at what I have here. I've got a card, photo. That's Malia's, the Chadwick Rose. Lovely Malia. Card, I bought some fabric from her. A note from Arlene. Pilot GTC gel pens. I'm not sure what I was writing there. This is from Malia. Here's some of my, no, that's a postcard. Postcard from Legia. Oh, and I got one of my postcards back yesterday. This postcard is an older one from, I think this is from Becky. I'm not sure who sent me that. And here's a card. I had some things out by the recliner. This was a card from Lillian, aka Crafty Grandma. And here's a postcard I sent back to myself. Here's another postcard sent back to myself. So I do postcards, and we're going to do those tonight. We're going to have the sewing themed postcards. So if you want to join in, I was thinking what things I could use for sewing theme. And I was thinking, well, a pattern for postcards, a sewing book, any type of like bias tape or spool labels. Here's a card from Barbara Clark. She sent me a thank you card, and she sent that. This will go in my sketchbook. That's just an envelope with an address on it. See, here's a sewing themed picture patterns. Let's keep that out. I'm just straightening up here. These are, I think I got these from Sharon Marlowe. Little ephemeras. Postcard. No, that's a doodle from week 5. These things get all mixed up because I think this came from Janet Nash. It just looks like it does. Here's a postcard I sent back to myself. Postcard sent back to, that's an older one. Becky sent me this postcard. This is a postcard sent back to myself. I don't know what happened to my doodle deck. Notes, business card. Here I was drawing dresses. And receipt. This saved washi tape. Here's some blank cards. And some words. Here's some doodles that I did. I think these are more of those week 8 and week 9 cards. So I want to get these out of my way. I don't know. Those won't fit in those little boxes, though. These won't fit in those. Throw the receipts away. I think I saved those receipts because I was thinking scavenger hunt. And I was doing good on my scavenger hunt stuff until I got that really bad cold. All right, now what am I going to do with these? I don't think they'll fit in this box. I'm looking for an envelope or sack or something to put these in. Here, let's take this fabric out of here and put these in here because I want to get back to these. I just got to get them off my desk so I don't knock them over the cliff. So they'll probably sit in here for a while. Receipt to the little quilt store here. I'll throw that away. All right, that works. All righty, now I can put these pins up here. That works. I wanted to make space for this book. So I haven't looked at this for a while. I like to sketch faces in this book. So we got my drawings. And I like to use water-soluble ink. Gives me tonal values. And the best pens that I'm using now for water-soluble ink are those bold S-Gel pens. So this is that's Mark Twain. That's supposed to be Thomas Nash. That's Martin Luther King. And this is just a William Allen Roger, who was an American political cartoonist. And this is Harriet Beecher Stowe. More of her. This is Louisa Alcott. This is Louisa Alcott's father. She's a Nebraska author. This was a lady from Harvard, Nebraska. She was the first woman hired to work in the hygiene laboratory of what became the National Institute of Health. She was Harvard, Nebraska, where I'm at. And this is Grace Banker, World War I switchboard soldier. There's a novel written by Jennifer Chiaverini about the switchboard soldiers, the gals who were trained to operate the switchboards over in France. I got World War I here. It might have been World War II, but I have World War I. And here's a sketch of an unknown man. And this is Robert Frost and Robert Frost's nose. This is a study of Dr. Seuss. You miss the best things if your eyes are shut. So open them up. Wake up. This is Sheep Standing Bull. So I'm ready to sketch this morning. And what I've been going on Facebook, and I get see these really nice history photos on Facebook. Well, I don't grab them from Facebook because I never know if they're in the public domain, but I look them up on Wiki. And I have a list here, references to old photos. So, I think the last one I put in here, well, they've all gotten mixed up. Sarah Breedlove was the last one I put in here. And a lot of them are ladies. That's just a link to Wiki. Whoops, let's go to Wiki. Well, come on. I want to hit the link. Sarah Breedlove was Madam C.J. Walker, was an American entrepreneur, philanthropist, political and social activist. She is recorded as the first female self-made millionaire in America. Madam C.J. Walker. So maybe I'll sketch her. I do bring them down. Let's see if I can open this up in my library. Let's save that. There we go. So let's just sketch her. But let's go back and read about her a little bit more. I like Wiki is a public domain site, so I feel free to I got out of it here. I feel free to access it in my streams. So she was born in Louisiana. She died, well, she was born in 1867. So that was right after the Civil War in Louisiana. She died at age 51 in New York. So she died at a pretty young age. She was a businesswoman, hair care entrepreneur, philanthropist, and activist, founder of Madam C.J. Walker Manufacturing Company. And it doesn't reference her spouse. I mean, it references her spouses, but she don't have links. She's got a daughter here, Aaliyah Walker. Oh, her daughter's pretty. Her daughter is pretty. I almost want to do her daughter. Let's read about her daughter. Walker made her fortune by developing and marketing a line of cosmetics and hair care products for Black women. Throughout the business, she founded Madam C.J. Walker Manufacturing Company. She became known for her philanthropy and activism. This is, oh, I'm reading Sarah Breedlove. Let's go back to her daughter here. Was an American businesswoman and patron of the arts. She was the only surviving child of Madam C.J. Walker, popularly credited as the first self-made female millionaire in the United States. I kind of like this picture. Let's bring it down. I think I'll sketch her. I'm just looking for something to sketch, and this is my first one. Fair use. Fair use, it says. So I guess this is fair to use it in my, you know, it's not letting me download it. So maybe let's go to details. Sometimes you can't download them if they're not in the public domain. It's not letting me save it. So I guess I'll do Sarah. It says fair use. I'm not going to fool with it if it's not going to let me save it. We're back to Sarah Breedlove, who founded Madam C.J. Walker Manufacturing Company. She was the first woman millionaire. She became a patron of the arts. She had a lavish estate in New York. Her early life, she was born in Louisiana, close to Delta, Louisiana. Her parents were Owen and Minerva. She had 5 siblings. She was orphaned at the age of 7. Oh, so her father, both her parents died. She moved to Vicksburg, Mississippi at the age of 10, where she lived with her brother, I guess her sister, it says Lavina, and her brother-in-law, Jesse Powell. She started working as a child domestic servant. And then, you know, it gives all the other reading about her. Cosmetics manufacturer. So let's go back to here. Let's get out of this. Let's sketch her. And I need practice sketching. So I need my pens here. What I have found is the S-Gel pen. And I don't see, that might be a medium one because I don't see a 10. The bow or a 1.0 doesn't say on those. Let's see, let me look. I'm probably boring the bejeebies out of you. Here, I think, well, we'll try those pens. And the rest are markers. They're not water soluble. I need to get my S-Gel pens out. Let's see what I get all this stuff out here. I put all my paint brushes in here, but I might have a couple pens down in here. I'm looking for the bold here. There's a bold one, it says there. I think these might be fine point. And that's a bold one. And my pens and rulers, and I got me a little cart over here, but it's full too. I got my scissors and paint brushes and stuff. So, and I guess I'll want some water. Hold the phone. Mary's got to get her, at least get it out here. Okay, I think I'm gonna sketch her on here. So let's put that up there and turn this a little more. I feel like drawing, I need practice. And I'm just gonna leave her out here where you guys can see her. And I'm using well, this is a 0.7, so that's a medium. This is a 0.10, so are the bold ones. And that's what I like to sketch with. So I need to, I need to sketch more. I haven't sketched in a long time, so this might be out of, I might need a little practice here. I'm just getting her head in the way. She's got a shortcut with kind of I guess you could call that sort of a bob, a short bob. Hi, Teresa. No, ma'am, I love watching other people work. Aw. Thanks for stopping by, Draz. Dee Dee says. Dee Dee, do you know? Draz says he's leaving now. Have a nice stream. Thank you for popping in. What did Teresa? There's Joyce. Hi, Joyce. Hi, Nitzy. There's Roy. Hi, Roy. What did Roy say? He always comes in and says something funny. Roy says, thank God it's Friday, Mary. And happy pre-weekend hug to all you lovely atelierettes. I hope you all have fun plans for today. You liked, oh, Draz said he liked the squirrel. That squirrel that I did is the only animal that I have in here. And the reason I did him, where is he? The reason I did the squirrel was as I was looking at the picture and I could see in the eye of the squirrel, it looked like trees. And I think that the forest was being reflected in his eye. And so I sketched him. But there are all my sketches. All right. Let's see. Renee says, good morning, Roy. Roy says, good morning. to everybody. Rory says, it's our turn for storms today, he says. Time to Gorilla Glue the troop down. We're going to have nice weather. It was cold and windy yesterday. It was in the 50s, but the wind made it cold. You needed a jacket yesterday, but it's supposed to get up into the 70s today, and I am looking forward to some warmer weather. All right, I'm just going to kind of sketch her hair in here, kind of start with her hair. And yeah. And I'm just kind of doing a quickie sketch here so that I can, I guess that hair kind of comes down a little here, a little straighter in here. So that I can just get my, I haven't sketched for a while, and you get out of practice. All right, you get out of practice. Let's see if I can't get her head in. Now her eyes come just about down to the bottom of her hair. So it comes right about in there. And kind of like that. And up over in here. Now I'm not sure her forehead is really that high. So I might just be playing with this for a while. And let's, is this in my, yeah, it is. Hold on, I got out of it. I brought it down and not me. Well, it gave me a swipe, but it gave me a swipe of the, move the trash. There. Now I can zoom in on it. I have to swipe it to zoom in on it. I wanted to look at her eyes. So she's got pretty heavy eyebrows, and I'm just kind of putting, I'm not trying to put every little, they get heavier over on this side. And then her hair, see, I think I got her forehead too high because it only comes up to about to there. So we might move this down a little, which means I need to move it all down, which means I don't like what I've done here. We could, well, yeah. So I've already messed up that. I'm not happy with it. I'm going over here. I'm going over here. Knock all my pins over. Let's just take these off my desk. I'm not happy. I just have to get my bearings here again. She's got more of a round face than what I'm doing. Let's sketch her forehead down in here. Just to get a little practice on this forehead. And her eyes come into there. I'm just kind of doing a fast placement here. And the hair comes there. Her other eye over here. Roundy head. Eye here. Nose comes down. Kind of like. And she's got a cheeky bone. And her. Now see, her eye comes about down to there. But her face is kind of round. So, because this part of her hair really comes out on her cheek. over here. So this is part of her cheek over here. And her face is more round than I have it. And right now she looks like a man. She's got that bob. That's a little better. She's got a kind of a short neck. She's got earrings, and I'm just going to kind of scribble those in. I don't like how I've done her chin. And her nose is too. Her nose comes way down here. I'm not getting her. I'm not getting the shape of that face. See, I'm out of practice. I have to figure this out again here. And I know I can measure and all of that, but I kind of like to train my hand to see what to do what my head is seeing. And I get out of practice here. Well, I'm just going to keep getting smaller, I guess. And sometimes I get very discouraged, and I come back later and look at it and say, oh, well, it really wasn't that bad. But I'm dealing with the shape of her face. On here, I'm just doing little practice sketches until I kind of figure it out. So this kind of goes up and around, comes down, and she's got, it's really a lot more over there. In there. And then there's just a little over here. I got to start sketching more. You get out of practice. There's a more space in there what I have, but her earring really starts over in here. And the shape of her face. Well, it looks round, but it does kind of come into an oval shape here. Something like that, maybe. And then her nose in there. Her eyebrows are pretty thick. I'm just kind of playing here. I'm not. And then she's got sort of a short. And then her eyes are, this is pretty dark. Now, I've got way too much chin over here. Way too much. Because there's not much chin with her nose. And see how much I have in there? So I'm just going to keep practicing her. Let's just do her eyes. Let's just do this. I don't like what I'm doing with the shape of her face. I don't have it down. I'm going to do her eyes over here. We might just do some rough sketches until I'm comfortable with it. So this is this eyebrow. Sort of like that. It gets darker in here. But gets thicker down in there. Let's just zoom in on it. And you can almost see the ball of her eyeball in there. You can see how round it is in there. And of course, I sketch. I don't draw because I'm still finding my way here. And when I try to find my way, my pen goes do 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 do. And then she's got her eyeball kind of comes over on this side of her face. It's a little bit of white in there. And this, her eyeball actually meets the bottom of her eye here. Kind of comes up. And this is still this kind of a light. She's got big, heavy eyes. And then let's darken this in here. And this is all shady in here. And it's actually shady down underneath too. And up in here. And you can actually see in here, it gets, this line is kind of dark, shady in there. All right, I'm happier with that than my other sketches. So let's move on. Now her nose kind of curves at this point, like that. And her other eyebrow is thick again. But I have to be careful that I don't get it too much. And you know what? I keep looking at this. I didn't leave enough of a line in here for her. And you don't see her eye. It's really, because it's a photograph, it's all dark in here. And you can kind of see the eyeball in here, and you can kind of see where the eye is. And then this is all shady here, and I got way too much space in here. I need to make this. And getting her nose. But she does have this kind of a roundy cheek in there. And her nose. Kind of comes out like that. And she's got a fairly large nostril right there. And then her cheek is all in shadow. And this, I tend to want to make it wider than it is. Now she's pretty small. I don't have her as big, but I'm studying her. And this is kind of dark in here. And her hair. You can see just a little bit of a wisp of a hair in here. And in her forehead. You can see that this area in here above her lip, right underneath of her nose, kind of curved area there, and then her lips. And they get dark again, but they meet her cheekbone. Her lips meet her cheek right in here. Might have that a little big. Comes down into a smile. And underneath of her chin. And this, of course, is it's all dark. Got a little bit of a smile there. Shading under here. I hope I'm not boring you guys, but I haven't. It's been a long time since I've sketched. I actually enjoy sketching. This eye is pretty big. We're gonna leave it. Let me refresh my chat and see what's going on in chat. Marguerite's here. Hi, Marguerite. Good morning. Roy says, I remember in college when I did a lot of life drawing, constantly concentrating on angles and proportions. I really enjoyed the process. And if you don't keep it up, you get out of practice. You get out of practice. And I kind of like to talk my way through doing this stuff. You need to sketch a little every day. And I get so distracted with my stitching and my tatting. I missed the tatting class yesterday. I got to go back and now I'm getting it awfully dark, but it can be dark. I need to go back and watch the replay. I like to keep up with the tatting, and I need to start me a tatting journal for that. That's on my list of to-dos, but I could do that this morning. And I've been tatting butterflies, but I seem to use them. I seem to use them as fast as I tat them. So maybe I'll tat a few butterflies this afternoon. I'm going to do postcards tonight. That eye is way too big for me, but we're going to leave it. Maybe if I round it off a little in here. Just a little bit of white showing. I'm getting it too dark now. And this is all in shadow, just a light shading going on in here. Just all up in here, light shading, except for on her nose, not in there, but her forehead. Now, let's see. Marguerite is here. She said it's a slogan on our license plates. What did she say? Mitzi's here. Anina says, I know British Columbia is beautiful. Beautiful British Columbia, Canada. That's the slogan on the license plates. Rory said, my senior class high school trip was to the fair. The worldwide use, Joyce says, used to be a big idea. Spell check. Love the squirrel. You think it's a rolled bun here? You think that's a roll? Are you talking about her hairstyle? I think it's more, I don't know. It's cut short there. It might be rolled in the back. I don't know. I don't know what Becky is referring to. Hi, Becky. Good morning. I need to catch up with your thrift haul. Joyce popped in. Renee is here. Oh, you think you saw a movie about Madam C.J. Walker? She was the first female millionaire, which is interesting because she's black. I guess that's the proper way to refer to people of color. I got her eye too big here. I want to stop because the eye is too big. But you know what? I need to practice. And the more I practice, the better I get. And I keep going to that eye, and pretty soon she's going to have a totally black eye. Let's darken this one a little more. Darken this whole side of her face. That might help. Darken her lips. And under her chin. And she's got a pretty short, let's see. Her face is full. Let's see. She's got a short hair right in there. And then her earring starts right. That's about right. Maybe down a little bit more here. And then her neckline. See her face. She's looking off over this way. So this side of her head, really her face. See, that eye is entirely too big. Her face really only takes up maybe about a third of this whole. I just want to. I want to paint out that eye. But this, you're seeing the result of me not practicing much. So her neck comes down in there. And I need to get back into practice. So her neckline kind of comes like that. And then she's got that hair. I think Becky was referring. Now I feel like it's a little rounder. Her face. Let's put some. And I'm going to try to see if I can't use this ink, see if it'll give me some tonal values in here. And she's got a pretty necklace coming down. We're just going to put some little roundy. And it goes into an even thinner chain. You can hardly see it on her. And then this is, now I feel like I'm getting it. Except for that eye is too big. But that's how you learn. That's how you learn. So I could probably sketch her again. And I'm not going to put all this business in. It looks like tassels of some sort in there. And let's put some ink in here. Kind of bring it up. All right, let's get out some water and see if I can't put in some tonal values. I'm not going to put in all her hair. I'm just practicing. And the reason I haven't worked much in this book is because I can't take it out. I have to work on it at a table or a desk. I'm not too unhappy with her. I'm unhappy with that big eye. Let's put some water in my. Yeah, let's just do it this way. I get tired of squirting it in. And let's do some tonal values here. Maybe with this brush. See how water soluble this is? And I can actually bring that up. I should have more dark in here. Come on. What? Was this the one I was using? And did it just run out? That must not have been the one I was using. Let's give some tonal value down underneath her neck line here. Sun's coming out. That might be a little much up there. Kind of missing it. No, it's too much. Water. I don't want to give her too black of eyes, so I have to be careful what I'm doing in here. No, let's just... Yeah, that eye is too big, I decided. And I might have needed more space in there. You see these things as you work. And I was watching one portrait artist. She said she drew people 40 times before she really got something she liked. I'm not unhappy with it, but I see things that need help on it. But let's go ahead and document this. And I'm going to move to something else. What time is it? I may not be on a whole long time this morning. Let's go back to my notepad here. Sarah Breedlove. Come on. Madam C.J. Walker. And I'm just going to document it. And I'm going to turn the page and do another one. Madam C.J. Walker. Born Sarah Breedlove. And I'm put ref photo from Wiki. And I'll just put Wiki. So let's see. Recorded as first female self-made millionaire. First female self-made millionaire. And I'll sign it here. And today is 4/12. 2024. That's good. I could practice her and do her over and over and over again. Get a little bit better at her, but I'm not totally unhappy with that. I see things in there, but let's flip the page and let's go to another one. Let me go back to my list here. I did Clara Barton. I got Janis Joplin. Now, Janis Joplin is more of a modern, was she a musician? She was in a band, singer, I guess. And the reason I copied her is I was reading Facebook of our county where I'm living now, and her mother lived in this county, pretty close to the county seat, almost between where I grew up and the county seat. But it didn't. Wiki does not reference her mother in here. I think she died of an overdose in the 70s. You know, that was really an age of experimental drugs. I never got into all of that. Let's see. And I kind of picked these off of when I'm reading in Facebook. I found this history site, and they tend to give me a lot of female references. Let's do Rosie O'Neill. Now, Rosie O'Neill invented the Cupid doll, and she happens to be from Omaha, Nebraska, which I think is interesting, and I need to expand this to get to the link. Rosie O'Neill. Oh, my link is not taking me to. Oh, I see. It didn't link the whole. Well, let's put. It didn't give me a whole link on there. That stopped at the apostrophe. It didn't when I copied my link. Let's put Rosie O'Neill. Wiki. And I might do a Cupid doll with her. But I thought it was interesting. I didn't know she was from Nebraska. Now, let's put Cupid. Here she is. Rosie O'Neill. She was an American cartoonist, illustrator, artist, and writer. She rose to fame for her creation of the popular comic strip characters Cupies in 1909. She was also the first published female cartoonist in the United States. And there she is. And it doesn't have much for pictures here. It just has this one and this one. Whoops. So we're going to do this one, I guess. But let's read about her. She was born in Pennsylvania. She died in Missouri, but I think she lived in Nebraska. Her spouse was Harry Leon Wilson. She was a daughter of a book salesman and a homemaker. She was raised in rural Nebraska. Well, it showed her being from Omaha. She exhibited interest in the arts at an early age and sought a career as an illustrator in New York City. Her Cupid cartoons made her debut in the 1909 issue of Ladies' Home Journal, were later manufactured as bisque dolls in 1912 by a German toy company. Then it talks about those. She wrote several novels and books of poetry. Well, that's interesting. Her early life. She was born in Pennsylvania, daughter of an Irish immigrant. She had 2 younger sisters and 3 younger brothers. They moved to rural Nebraska while O'Neill was young. From early age childhood, she expressed an interest in the arts. At 13, she entered a children's drawing competition sponsored by the Omaha Herald. That's probably where they got Omaha. Within 2 years, she was providing illustrations for the local Omaha publications. So I'm not going to read all of this. Here's the Cupid doll. I thought I would do a Cupid doll with her. So let's go back. Let's go back and to her picture. And it's in the public domain. Let's see if I can bring it down here. I have trouble bringing these things down. Details. It's not wanting to save it. We'll just use it this way, I guess. I don't know. Oh, there it goes. Save image. Edit it. Not a very strong picture of her. She liked to draw and paint. I'm back into this. Let's get out of that. I want to bring this up a little. There we go. So for being an early, early 1900s, she really has a hairstyle that reminds me of the 60s or 70s, maybe even into the 80s. Her long hair like that, and her bangs. Let's bring her in here. And I'm going to draw on this side because I'm more comfortable. She really looks like she belongs in a later century to me. And she's got a round face. Look how round her face is. Maybe I'll practice her face over here. Practice the shape of the head seems to be what I need to work on. So she's kind of got a tilt to her head, maybe of about, well, considering that's 90, so about 120, 130. If you count it, you know, this is 90 and going to 180 over here. So she's got a nice tilt of the head like that. And her face is round. Kind of a almost round and square. Kind of squares off over here. And this hairstyle really does remind me of being more of a modern hairstyle. But maybe that's how they wore it back then. How she wore it anyway. Looks more like an 80s hairstyle to me. Maybe 70s or 80s. That part in the center there. Going off over that way. Coming down this way. And I'm just kind of practicing it. And it looks like it kind of comes out this way too. Let me look at chat again. I don't think I'm going to be on maybe another hour, probably until about 8:30. I'm kind of tired this morning. Let me refresh chat. But I am going to get ready for, I'm going to do postcards tonight. And we're going to do sewing postcards. And we're going to use those words. We're going to use the words that off of our sewing list that we did last week. Now she's got a pretty long neck here. Look how long, well, her neck really isn't that long, but she's got an open blouse, which makes it look longer. So her neck kind of comes down pretty long here, like that. And then her hair is falling off of her shoulder in here, and it kind of falls down and curves back over. I bet she's got pretty long hair. This is the only picture I have of her on Wiki, so kind of have to use what I have. And then this, her hair over here looks like it just kind of falls behind her shoulder there. Kind of falls behind like that. I think I kind of got the shape of the face. Or the shape of the head anyway, there. And it almost looks like she's got a vest on, which really looks to me like she belongs in the 70s. She was really, what, 19, what was it? Let me go back and read about her again here. Whoops. Am I in Wiki? One more. She was born in 1874 and she died in 1974. So this picture was taken in 1907, and she does not look like she belongs in 1907 to me. She looks like she belongs in the 1970s or 80s. Mina's here. Hi, Mina. Hi, Kitty Jen. Mitzi's here. Yeah, we're going to do sewing postcards, and I was thinking about things I could use on the postcards. I'm going to go upstairs and see if I have a sewing book. I was thinking I could take pages, you know, like those sewing instructions, and I'm sure I do. And I also have a sewing journal kit that I got a couple years ago that I haven't used. So I might pull things out of there to use on the postcard. You could use pattern paper. I might put some hand sewing on there. You could collage on some fabric if you want. But yeah, we're going to do sewing. So if you're of a mind to get your sewing thinking cap on and come in and join me and do, and you don't have to do postcards. I might switch from I've been doing postcards the last several weeks on Friday nights. I might switch to doing ATCs. I feel like I need a change. I'm still going to do the Sunday night doodles. I like doing those. So, but that's what we're going to do tonight. Mina's here. Mina says, good morning, everybody. Roy says, I am awe of a cartoonist who can capture the essence of a person in a caricature. The New Yorker magazine has some of the most talented cartoonists. Yeah. There's a lot of talent in our world today, isn't there? It just amazes me. And it's really, I mean, I'm talking about talent in people like you and me. I think I am more aware of it because of the social media, because people are able to share their talent a lot more than they could even 20 years ago. And I think that talent always existed. But, you know, we have all sorts, and there's just, it exists, creativity exists in all of us at different levels. And it amazes me the talent that is out in our world today. And of course, the people that are the fine artists and the cartoonists, like Roy was talking about, the people who get their cartoons published as, and caricatures in the New Yorker magazine. Of course, they're the more professional ones. And then we have people like Dee Dee and Barb Owen and our teachers. Well, I don't think Dee Dee doesn't say she's a teacher. She says she likes to share, but Dee Dee is extremely talented. And they're the people that, like me, that I always learn from Dee Dee. And the same thing with slow stitching. Now, I'm not a quilter, and I've done very little with the fabric arts, but the more I slow stitch and I explore and I get acquainted with people that do stitching and needlework and the fabric arts, it just amazes me what's out there. It just totally amazes me. If we could just focus more on those things, get some of these people that do war and not art. I don't know. I'm just talking. Let's see what else is out here. Becky says, Mary, when you're done this morning, can you add a link to this image in your description box? Of which one, Dee Dee? Of Rosie O'Neill? Is that who you're talking about, Rosie O'Neill or MJ Campbell? Now that I look at her when this ink is kind of dried, I'm kind of happy with it. I'm kind of happy with it. I had to practice. Like here, I got her face too, and even there. But I've kind of narrowed it down there. See, you learn by just doing those little pre-sketches here. Let's see what Becky said. Rosie O'Neill. Well, let's just add a link because I got the link. Well, that link's broken. Let's add a link. I'll add a link here and then I'll put one in the description box too. Let's add a link to chat here for, whoops, I got a short there. I'm in a different channel here. Let's go to that channel I use to watch news and everything non-art. All right, here I am. And am I in here as me though? I've got to make sure I'm me. No, I'm not me. I'm me on a different account. I've got several accounts here. I need to go to the Meri Atelier. Where am I? Here. Where am I? Oh, look, K3N did the natural dye-in with onion skins. I bought a bag of red onions yesterday just so I could do some onion skin dye-in. I gotta watch that. All right, here we are. We're gonna put this link in for Becky. Hold on here. I gotta get out of the Oh, I'll just put Rosie. I have to put a name in there so I can pin it. Well, I guess I'll pin it. Let's paste the link. Oh, you know what? It may not. It gave me a big long link. Let's go back here. What is it doing? It gave me the search thing. This link may not work. Let's go to copy link. Let's try this one. Copy link. I'm getting there, Becky. Hold on. Because it's not going to put all that in there for me. I can tell because it's all blacked out. Let's get out of my first one. When I looked her up, she died in 1944. Hold on. What do you mean, first one? Do you mean Rosie O'Neill or CJ Campbell? Let's do, this is Rosie. Hopefully this will be, hopefully this won't do, hopefully this will, yeah. That'll be a good, well, hopefully that'll be a good link. No. Let me get rid of it. For some reason or another, this link paste. See how long it is? I'm wondering if I can just get rid of, let's get rid of all of this and see if that takes me to it. No, that takes that apostrophe. It doesn't like it. That link, it doesn't like to be copied. Maybe that's why Becky asked me to do it. Let's go back into it. History. Rosie O'Neill, 9 pages. Well, will you settle for the picture? Do you want all the open link and copy link? See, it's a big, long link. Maybe because I did that search. I did the search for her. Let's just go to, let me go back in. I got an idea here. Now I'm off on my little path. Rosie O'Neill, Rosie O'Neill. Let's search in here, Rosie O'Neill, and see if it, Rosie, finger punch in here, O'Neill. Jump back in, search, space, O-N. It might be E-I-L. Rosie, O-N-E-I-L. Where's my go? Meri's playing. Becky's going, Meri, come back. Yeah. Wiki Commons. Well, I don't like that it gives me that huge link. O-N-E-I-L. Search. And it's not finding it here. Wikimedia Commons. Wiki Art. I didn't want Wiki Art. Come on, Meri. Wiki. All I want is Wiki. W-I-K-I, and it fills in everything else. Wikipedia. Search. R-O-S-I-E. You guys probably have figured it all out, and I'm seeing it's not finding it. Oh, there. No. Search by relevance. Well, let's do QP in here. K-E-W-P-I-E. I might have to put that apostrophe. No results for, because I got a J in there. QP. It's not cooperating with me. Let's put a Rosie O'Donnell. I might have to put a O, an apostrophe, N-E-I-L. Search. Did you mean Rosie O'Neill? Yeah. Titus O'Neill, Derek Rose, Rosie Bowe, Luke O'Neill, Danny. Am I spelling her name wrong? Rosie O'Neill. There she is. Now let's see if this link is as big and bothersome. Hold on. Notes. I got all these folders. Hold on. Folders. Reference to old photos. Let's try this. Paste. There we go. Now, I think this link will work. Hold on. You guys probably already have one in there, but I had to get a shorter link. And of course, my live chat went away. Chat filter. All messages. Oh, that's okay, Becky. I don't mind. I'm kind of didn't know what I was going to do this morning anyway, so I'm just kind of here. Let's put in Rosie, or I'll just put in Rosie. And I had to work to get that shorter link. When I do a search, just in Google, it goes and links to all the search crap, and it gives me a great big long link that doesn't fit in my chat. But if I go to Wiki itself, just say Wiki, don't put in Wiki art or Wiki blah, 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 or Wiki blah, 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 blah. Just put in plain Wiki. And yeah, it wants to autofill everything, but just make sure you have Wiki. And then you get right to the Wiki site and do the search within Wiki, and that gives you a shorter link that you can put in the chat. And this one should work. And it did. So, Becky, there's your link. And if you want to go to the picture, if you want to read about her, she's, you know, there's all the reading. And if you want to read about the Cupies, you can hit the Cupie that talks about Cupid dolls in here. So, did I bring her down into my, let's get rid of that. I'm in my, all right, let me refresh my chat and catch up with you guys after I've gone off on my little rabbit trail. Top messages, chat filter, all messages. Is that the one you were looking for, Becky? Madam C.J. Walker. She found Madam C.J. Walker, but I used it off of C.J. Walker. I always go to Wiki because I know they use public domain images. So, and I do this to sketch from. So that's why I use, but yeah, there's several. If you want to, like Becky put in a link to madamcjwalker.com if you want to read more about her life and everything. But most of the time for me, that stuff is not in the public domain. Sometimes it is and sometimes it isn't. But I trust Wiki when I'm sketching. Becky said, sorry guys, I didn't mean to get you down a rabbit trail through the blackberry patch. Anita said she had to go enjoy the sun and garden and her garden and get her down and need to fold clothes, which she's going to hang up out in the sun. Wow. Rosie O'Neill was kind of, that picture of Rosie is from 1925. Yeah. Well, it does. She looks to me like she belongs in the 70s or 80s here, just with her hairstyle. But, you know, that's probably how she wore it back then. She's got an interesting top on. If she, probably the 70s or 80s hairstyle mimicked what was going on in this. But 1925, I think of flapper style. I think of the short bobs and the you know, the short flapper skirts and that type of stuff. And she just looks to me like she belongs in the 70s or 80s. Maybe she does, you know, in real life. Maybe she's a 70s or 80s gal and she didn't even know it. And, you know, her hair is like so. I think it's 8 o'clock. I am really I'm kind of tired. I don't think I'm going to do any more sketching. I could sketch her out again, but I'll have to get in here and do more sketching though. Get myself into practice, maybe I've got a sketchbook here that I could take out. This one I can't take out and set in my lap. Let me turn my phone off. Let's see. I think I shared everything I wanted to share this morning. I've got to get myself organized to do postcards tonight. And I sent out all my postcards and I mailed Allie Kay's piece off to her yesterday. I feel like that was a major accomplishment because I tell you, I'm working on my mailing skills. Let me put this book behind me. Let's see. I think I'm ready to leave. I'm ready to go have me a cup of coffee. I've been drinking these cappuccinos. Let's see. Let me look at chat a little bit more. Did I get to say good morning to everybody? I mean, I should have sketched that Cupid doll in there. I'm not going to get it out, though. We'll do that another time. I'll come back to Rosie. But that's one way that I find my reference photos is I see those links on Facebook. I see those links on Facebook to all these old photos. Some of them are not in the public domain, but I always go check on Wiki to see if they're in the public domain and to find things that are in the public domain. But generally, if the photos on Facebook are famous people, I can find them on Wiki too. There's Brenda. Good morning, Brenda. Well, you guys, I'm ready to sign off. I'm going to go watch Becky. I'm going to have a cup of coffee and clean my mess up behind. And I probably take a little bit of a nap. I'm still kind of tired. And I might do a video this afternoon. I might wait till tomorrow. And I'm not talking about a live stream. I want to paint the face on my scarecrow. And I don't know if I'll get out there this afternoon or tomorrow, but I want to dress up my scarecrow. So I want to thank you all for sharing your Friday morning with me. I generally stay late, but I'm ready to leave. So have a great Friday. I'll see you tonight, and we're going to work on sewing postcards tonight. Bye, everybody.